Hello, this is Shaun Nordlie, Community Manager here at Hemlock Farms. Going to start with the Board of Directors meeting from last week. One of the items that we discussed and the Board approved was a agreement with NTEC Engineering, and this is for well exploration. And we have 5 wells currently in the water system. What this is going to do is look at the possibility of adding an additional well. We actually have 2 well sites that were shut down years ago. We're going to explore one of those and see if possibly we could get more production out of that if we drill deeper. So this work will start in the next month or so and go through all fall. And hopefully by the end of the year we should have an idea of if this location could be added to the well system. If they determine that it does do enough production, which we're looking at about 150 gallons per minute, then we'll continue to move on with permitting and working towards adding that to our well system. It's still quite a few years away. I would say 2 or 3 years away. Permitting would take quite a while. Plus we need to just plan for this, but it is something we want to look at. We know that if well 4 goes down, it does put the system we struggle at times. Luckily, when it was down a couple weeks ago, we did not have to bring water in, but in the summertime, the water system is definitely struggles when one of those wells is down. So it's just more assurances for that well system. So we'll keep you updated with this, but again, work will start on this in the next month or so. I remind everybody next week, July 11th, is the start of voting, so make sure that you did receive your letter first off, and then you register to vote for online. At this point, it is too late for a paper ballot, but you definitely want to make sure that you register so that you are ready to go on July 11th when voting starts. And you can vote up until 5 o'clock the following Sunday, which is July 19th. So make sure you get that done. If you have not received your letter, you want to contact the Judge of Elections. She can help you with that and get you your code. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that here. If you do need that information, it is in this e-blast, or else give us a call at the administration office, and either John Wormuth or myself can get you that information. But remember, starting July 11th, that's when you can start voting, and that's for the candidates and also for the propositions. Speaking of propositions, this week I'm going to talk about proposition number 5. This is again bylaw amendment to Article 6. Finance, in that section 2, budgets, budget preparation, and section 8, which is borrowing, use of funds, and debt ceiling. And we put these 2 together. It's the only 2 that are together with the Article 6 propositions, because if one passed and the other did not, there'd be a conflict. So we needed these together to go as one proposition for both to be voted on. So 6.2, budget preparation. Changes here really just deal with the budget process. On September 15th, that's when we submit the proposed budget to the Finance Committee and the Board of Directors, and then from that on, the Finance Committee meets almost every week going through line item by line item of the budget. They do have budget hearings at the October board meeting and the November board meeting, and then in December the Board of Directors takes that final proposed budget from finance and votes on that for the final budget. So this just goes into a few more details about that process, make some changes to clarify with what we're doing these days for the budget process. 6.8 with borrowing, use of funds, and debt ceiling. This goes into and really talks about the CIF, that's the capital improvement funds. CIF it's not mentioned in the bylaws at all. The bylaws were from before CIF was introduced. So we wanted to add that in here. And the mailroom, as we know, went over budget this year, but it doesn't talk about what happens if that happens, if the CIF project does go over budget. So we wanted to add that language. And the proposed language that we have in here is that the Board of Directors could use up to 10% of the project if it does go over budget. And then if it goes over more than 10%, the Board of Directors needs to propose a payback of how they're going to pay back that debt. And that can either be, as we're doing this year, bringing it back to the membership to have that money come out of CIF, or possibly take it out of reserve, but then a payback of that where we pay ourselves back for that. If you have any questions on any of the propositions, please go to the website. We have a web page for each of those propositions. My videos explaining them are on each of those. We have articles in there from Anne Marie Drake, our comptroller, and the Board of Directors. We also have the rationales and the whys for all of that. So check that out. Make sure you understand that. And there is an area where you can submit questions. do that. If you don't quite understand a proposition or ask why we are submitting that or why we're proposing that change, send it in. Myself, Anne Marie, John will answer that so that you understand these better. So please check that out, and that's on all the propositions and everything going on for the election this year. Kickoff is tomorrow, so make sure that you're ready. It's going to be hot, so make sure you bring your water out there with you. Everything starts at 1 o'clock, cornhole tournament. This is all at Elm Beach. At 4 o'clock, the food and festivities start. 5 o'clock, Billy Spanton Band starts performing. And then sometime after 9 o'clock is the fireworks. So come out, it's always a great time. Enjoy that. We do have information out there on parking and also on the shuttle. As we've mentioned before, there is going to be a bus shuttling from the 402 bus gate and from also the clubhouse parking lot. So look for that information if you're interested in that shuttle or if you just need parking information to get to Elm Beach. But again, tomorrow, kickoff starts at 1 o'clock. Big thank you to our sponsor for Kickoff, Blue Ox Tree Service. I want to thank them for making the 250th celebration of Kickoff extra special this year. So thank you very much, Blue Ox Tree Service. We've got the second annual duck race. This is sponsored by Patty McGee of Davis R. Chant Realtors. So if you don't have your duck yet, make sure you get this. They have a little race over there, and then there's a winner. And this benefits the Hemlock Farms Conservancy. So make sure you check that out, get your duck, and thanks again to Patty McGee of Davis R. Chant Realtors for sponsoring this event. That's all I have for this week. Check out the DPW Digest. No video from Zappy this week, busy week, but that's okay. A lot of information still. Got a Hemlock Hangout with all the information on everything going on rec. Plus, again, all those details about parking and the bus for kickoff. So make sure you check that out. Everybody have a safe and happy 4th of July. Happy birthday, America, 250th. Take care.